so much for allowing us the opportunity to speak with you all. This is really exciting for us. It's so strange now that we're doing this all virtually, but it's also really great that I'm getting to connect with everyone. So today I thought that I'll give you a brief introduction of myself, and I'll go through a presentation about the university. And then afterwards, we can chat a little bit further if there's additional questions. So to start, my name is Brittany Wood. I am a graduate of St. FX here. So I graduated with a Bachelor of Business Administration with a major in marketing. So I am a former student, and I have been employed at the university since graduating. I'm also born and raised here in Antigonish, Nova Scotia, where the university is located. So I truly am a local. So I have lots of great things to talk about when it comes to the university and to the community of Antigonish as well. So that's my background, and I am going to share my screen here just so that we can go through the presentation. So just give me 1 second. All right. I think can you see that now?
Yes, we can see it. It's
perfect.
Clear.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to give you all a bit of a presentation about St. FX and what we're all about. So I mentioned that we're located in the town of Antigonish. Really fun to say. You'll get used to it. We are in a small town. So we're about 5,000 students in the town of Antigonish. We're located about 2 hours northeast of the city of Halifax. So there is when you arrive in Canada, if you're coming through usually Toronto or Montreal, you're going to fly into Halifax. And from Halifax, we have a bus service that travels straight from the airport right to the campus. And it's about a 2-hour drive. I promise you it is worth the drive. The university is small, so we're about 4,500 students. So really we double in size here in Antigonish when our students arrive. And we are a primarily undergraduate university, so focusing on the arts, science, and business faculties. So like I said, we're in a small town. It's a very safe environment. I grew up here. I've always felt safe, feel comfortable walking at night. Always security on campus for students who might be new to the area and a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning stages, but we're certainly a safe and welcoming community. So that's nothing to worry about here. We do have students from 46 different countries here at St. FX, certainly looking to expand that number as well, which is why we're really excited about doing virtual fairs like these. So a little bit about St. FX. A few things to remember: small class sizes. So we're about 34 students per class on average. Now, if you were looking at an intro level course, something like maybe biology or psychology, that class size in an intro level, like 100 level, might be more like 100 to 150. That's for the first year only. After that, your classes will get much smaller as you progress through your degree. That's just for intro level. If you have a lab component in one of those courses that might be considered larger, those labs are capped at 50 students. So you know you're getting a small class size, one-on-one time with your professor, so you know that you have the support if you need it. And with our professors, we have 96% of our professors are PhD. They're internationally recognized here, very focused on the student. So while they are here doing research, they are very focused on students and student success. And it's a very engaging learning environment. So we do have a lot of applied learning opportunities through undergraduate research. We have co-op opportunities, service learning, and our students really develop those analytical and critical thinking skills that employers are looking for post-graduation. So this is a shot of the campus, so you can get an idea. So there is lots of green space here. Up in the top right-hand corner, that's the Northumberland Strait, which is right on the coast. So we are located beside the ocean. We are a primarily residential campus as well. So we have about 90% of our first year students who live on campus. So if you see kind of around the edge of this picture, you'll see a lot of those red brick buildings. Now, those buildings are considered our residences, and we have 16 different options for students. So there's certainly going to be something for everybody. And everything is walking distance. So it may look like there's a lot of trees and greenery, but there's a lot of exciting things off campus as well. And like I said, things like grocery stores, restaurants, all of that, that is all walking distance, or it's only a $6 cab ride and you are in the town limits, which is really reasonable. So to highlight our academics, I mentioned earlier that we focus on the arts, the science, and the business. So just to dive in a little bit deeper, within the arts, we have a lot of your traditional arts programs, your psychology, anthropology, history, languages, but we have a lot of different options. We have some unique ones like Celtic studies, so music, art, all of that kind of thing. So a lot of those traditional ones. A few notable ones that I would mention would be forensic psychology. This is for students who might be interested in more of the criminology route. So it's an interdisciplinary program where you can focus on forensic psychology from either the arts or the sciences. And one of the really great things about this program is that our students have a very hands-on learning environment. So students are able to do classes off campus as well. So we have students who have sat in on live courts. They've gone to correctional facilities. They've been able to do on the kind of like on the job training almost. So it's a really, really unique program in that sense. And like I said, you can do it from either the arts or the sciences. So this one's gaining a lot of popularity here at St. FX. We also have a music program here with a focus on jazz studies. Our students can also minor in arts with arts electives, so anything like a language or history, something like that. Within the sciences, we do have a lot of your traditional sciences like your biology, chemistry, earth science, anything like that. But then we have a few unique programs that are direct entry that you would apply directly to. Human kinetics, nursing, human nutrition, and engineering, which I've listed here on the slide. So human kinetics is a lot to do with the human body. It's great for students who are looking at going into education, like physical education, teaching. If you're looking to go into personal training, physiotherapy, that kind of thing, this is a very popular option. We do have a 4-year nursing program here at St. FX, which our international students are eligible to apply directly to. So while a lot of schools in Canada are only admitting Canadian students into the nursing program, we do admit international students as well. We have a human nutrition program, which is a 4-year nutrition program. There's a dietetics internship as well. And then we have a 2-year engineering program. So it's actually a 2-year diploma. So for students who are looking to do the 4-year engineering degree, you can start at St. FX to do the 2-year diploma. Upon graduation, you would be automatically accepted into a university here in the city of Halifax called Dalhousie, and you can finish your degree there. And one of the great things about doing a program like that is that you get 2 years at a small school, a small town, very residential campus, and then you do 2 years at a larger campus in the city with access to different amenities as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds when it comes to that program. The business program, within that business administration program, you can major in anything from marketing, accounting, enterprise, leadership, IT, that kind of thing. There's also a minor in sports management as well. And then we have this really unique program that was introduced several years ago called the Bachelor of Arts and Science. And we have 2 programs. One is in health and one is in climate and environment. The health program is a really great program for students who can see a pathway to medical school. So we have a biomedical stream. If you identify that medical school might be something that you're interested in the future, then I would recommend looking into that program. Climate and environment is certainly a global issue right now that we're seeing. And with this program, a lot of our students are doing hands-on in the field work. So we have some amazing faculty who are able to take the classes outside and off campus to really do some field work. That's pretty exciting. And then a couple of first-year experiences I'll mention are within the Bachelor of Arts program. One of those is called the Humanities Colloquium, and one is the Social Justice Colloquium. And what they are their 1-year foundation programs. So it's basically a combination of 3 courses, and you're learning kind of about the same things, but just from a different aspect. And then when you move into your second year, you can choose to major in one of those 3 courses that you've taken, or you can certainly move on and do another major as well. But it's neat because you're learning about the same things just from a different perspective. So like I said, the Humanities Colloquium and the Social Justice Colloquium. All right. Okay. Oh, let me just go back there for a second. So co-op. Co-op is an option that's available for a lot of our programs here at St. FX, most notably the Bachelor of Business Administration program. So that particular program would have the most opportunities for students to do co-op, and that's 12 to 16 months of paid professional work experience. Really great. It's usually done between the third and fourth year. And it's fantastic for students who are looking to get a little bit of in market field experience. So for example, we've had students in the past who have been majoring in accounting. They've been able to work with a company between their third and fourth year, paid experience. Then when they come back to St. FX and graduate, that particular company did hire them. So they had a job before they even graduated, which is pretty neat. So something to think about. Gives you some great experience upon graduation. And we do have at the bottom of the slide here all the different programs that offer co-op opportunities. So that's a little bit about academics. And then the next part I'll talk about is life on campus. So this part is really exciting. I mentioned earlier, about 90% of our first year students are living on campus. So we encourage all of our first year students to apply to live in residence. It's an instant community when you get on campus. It's a great way to get to know your roommates, your neighbors in different residences, a great way to get involved in activities, sports, societies, things like that on the campus itself. We also have job opportunities. So about 1 in 4 students are working while they're here on campus. There are job opportunities on campus and off campus as well. But when you're working on campus, it's really great because our employers here on campus know that your academics come first. So it's important that your main priority is academics, but we have lots of opportunities to work. We have campus security, we have event staff, we have tour guides, we have kitchen staff, catering, research, all kinds of different opportunities to work. We have some unique things on campus like an art gallery, we have live theater, we have lots of sports and club sports available. So we have varsity sports, which are funded by the university, but then we also have club sports and intramurals if you're just looking to have fun and keep active. We have a health and counseling center here on campus. And we also have a student success center as well. So the student success center is available for students if they're looking for any academic support, English language support, tutoring. If they're struggling in any of their courses and they need a little bit of guidance, they can come to the student success center. I mentioned societies too. So we have over 100 clubs and societies. And really what these are different groups that you can join to get to know different people, to share interests with people who have similar interests to you. If there's a sport or an activity that you like that maybe there isn't a society, you could always make one yourself, which is pretty cool. And we have an international office, which is where my office is located. So in our office, we have a director of internationalization. We have 2 international admission specialists. We have an international student advisor who will help you upon arrival with any issues you have while you're here at St. FX. And then we have an education abroad advisor as well. So I mentioned a little bit about athletics. I'll direct you to this picture at the bottom here. This is our brand new memorial field here. We have many sports that are on here. So we have like our American football, soccer, we have women's rugby, track and field, and cross country all take place here. We have one of the best women's rugby teams in the country, which is pretty exciting. We are also, actually the rugby season is just coming to an end here at St. FX, and our women have been doing fantastic this year. So there are 7 varsity men's and women's athletics teams, so women's rugby being included in that. They participate in what's called the Atlantic University Sport here in Atlantic, Canada. And then all of our teams that win in that division will go on to the CIS level, which is national level. So the club sports here on campus are opportunities for students to participate recreationally. They can still compete with other institutions. It's just a different funding structure. So they're not funded by the university, but you fundraise at the university to go on any trips or any games that they're doing. And then intramural sports is really just for students who want to have fun. So if you're just looking to get out, get some exercise, meet some new people, it's a lot of fun for students. So your residence itself, like I mentioned, there's lots of different options for living. It's very much a community environment. So instantly when you move in, you'll have an immediate group of people there as a support. You live and learn with people who are like-minded. You might share a lot of similar interests. We have a lot of options on campus between single rooms, double rooms, apartment style, suite style, depending on what your interests are. Most of our students are coming into a single or double room in their first year. And then when you get into your second, third, and fourth year, you'd be looking at something like an apartment or suite style. So that would be having your own bathroom in your room. So to start, the more traditional dorm life is what we would recommend. We have a main dining hall here on campus. And through the year, we have different events that happen where we might showcase, food from a different country, celebrate an event, any religious ceremonies, things like that. Very inclusive environment here at St. FX, and ensuring that everyone feels like they're part of a community and supported here. So we do have a lot of opportunities for students if they aren't finding food that they feel is working for them, if they need some nutritional support, they have dietary restrictions, any allergies, anything like that. We have people available on campus that will sit down and talk to them about different menu options that are available. And we do have a Starbucks here on campus, so exciting. We may be a small town, but we still have a Walmart and a Starbucks, so that's exciting. And we have a lot of supports for international students. So I did mention the international office, which is where my office is located. Because we are a small school, we have the ability to do a more personalized arrival for students. So when our students arrive in Halifax, we'll greet them there at the airport. We'll make sure that you have support to ensure you're getting to campus. So we'll organize all of the bus routes that come from the university to the campus. And when you get here, somebody will be here ready to welcome you, get you settled into residence. We'll make sure you have everything you need, that you're fed, everything like that, and that you're getting off on the right foot the next day. So that's all part of our student orientation. And that takes place in August for our students who are arriving in September. We do virtual events right now. So academic support, letting you know about things on campus like health plans, how to get set up with a cell phone, banking, all of that kind of stuff will help you cover. We have an international student society here on campus that students can join, a great way to meet other people, different activities that are planned as well. And we have health insurance here on campus for students so that you will be covered if anything should happen. And our international student advisor is also available for support for students who are looking to work while they're here, looking for a post-grad work permit upon graduation, pathways to permanent residency, that kind of thing. All right, so that's a little bit about life on campus. So like I said, a very inclusive, small campus, very residential. And the next part we'll talk about is really the admissions side of things. So how do you get here? What does it take to get into St. FX? So overall, from a general perspective, we're looking for an overall average of 70% in your grade 12 or your final year, with no mark below a 65% in the required subjects for the program that you're applying for. So depending on the country that you're coming from, if you are applying as a grade 12 student, or you might be finishing school leaving exams, West African examinations, anything like that, will require those within your application. If you don't have final certificates, then we can take provisional results. There are some programs that are going to be limited enrollment and a little bit more competitive. So a minimum grade of 70% may not get you into that program. Most notably, I would say nursing is a program that would be applicable to. So if you're applying for a program like nursing, you may need a little bit higher than a 70%. The other thing to remember is that we also do conversions of other curriculum scales into our own Canadian grades. So if you have specific questions about a grading scale that you're coming from, for example, like a West African examination scale, we can certainly give you an idea of what marks we're looking for. But basically, from a course perspective, we're looking for English 12 and 4 other academic grade 12 courses. That can differ depending on the program that you're applying to. So if you're looking at a science program, like a Bachelor of Science, then we're looking for English, pre-cal, mathematics, or a higher mathematics, 2 sciences, and that can be either biology, chemistry, or physics, and then 1 other grade 12 or equivalent level course. So that's for a Bachelor of Science, and they can vary a little bit depending on the program. So if you have specific programs you're looking for, just feel free to ask at the end and I can give you those requirements. Any students coming from an IB diploma, the minimum requirement is 24 points. And if you're coming from a curriculum like IB, AP, or A level, you may be eligible for transfer credit. So how do you apply? First thing is you're going to go to our website, stfx.ca/apply. You can go right in there and start an application. At the end of your application, you'll be required to pay a $40 application fee. Once you've submitted that application, then you're going to want to submit your official transcript. We consider an official transcript something that's coming directly from the school. So we will accept electronic copies of a transcript as long as it's coming from the school or directly through an agent, or if it's coming from a notary, something like that would be considered official. If you require an English proficiency test, this can be sent through our admit account. That's our school or institution account here where all of our supporting documents will be sent, and I have it listed just on the slide right there. And then once you have a full application, so that's your academic application, your midterm transcript or final transcript, as well as any supporting documents, then you'll receive a decision within 2 weeks. So typically it's about 2 weeks. We try to get it a little quicker if we can, depending on the time of year. But 2 weeks is normally a pretty reasonable expectation. The only exception to that would be nursing. So nursing is a little bit different. With admissions to nursing, we do 2 different batches through the year. One is in late November, early December, and the other one is after March 1st. So for nursing students, not only do you submit an academic application and transcript, but you also have to do an external test called Casper. It's an online assessment tool that we have, kind of like an aptitude test. Students would log into that particular website. They would complete their Casper exam, and then those scores would be sent directly to us from the institution. And that would be used along with your academic average to be assessed for nursing. And I can talk a little bit more about nursing if anyone has any specific questions, because I know it's a little bit more complicated. But from a tuition and fees perspective, this is a breakdown in Canadian dollars of what you would be looking to budget. So your international student fee is about $18,740. There are some ancillary fees, some health insurance, a range for your residence and meal plan. So that's really depending on what style living you're going to be doing here on campus. So that's either single or double room. So the total is about $33,000 to $35,000 Canadian. So that's the total we recommend that a student would budget. And then we also have scholarships available here. So 2 different kinds. We have entrance scholarships and we have major scholarships. So entrance scholarships are automatic. So as soon as a student applies, they're considered for entrance scholarships. They don't have to do anything else except submit all of the documents for their academic application. Doesn't matter what time of year, there are no deadlines as long as you're doing that within the actual academic deadline, which is May 30th. So they range in value, anything from $5,000 to $12,000, and they are based on an 85% and above. So if you have an 85 to an 89, it's 5,000 over 4 years, so $1,250 per year. If you have a 90 or above, it's $1,750 per year, so $7,000. And if you have a 96 or above, it's $12,000 or $3,000 per year. And the difference here with major scholarships is that these also have a supplementary application. So they're doing, you're going to be applying with your academic application, but you're also going to have a supplementary scholarship application. And that is not available until February 1st. So students apply, Submit all your transcripts and documents, and then on February 1st, the application will be available for students who want to apply for a major scholarship. These are a little bit different because they range in value. Some of them may be $2,000, but they can range all the way up to $80,000. So definitely a lot of options for students, and I highly recommend that students look into major scholarships if you're considering St. FX. The eligibility is based on your final grade 12 marks, so all the courses that are required for the particular program that you're applying to. And the minimum scholarships, the averages will vary that we're requiring depending on the scholarship you apply to. We're also doing a scholarship save the date. So this is going to be in January 2022. We're going to do a webinar. So what it'll be is a way for students and also agents to come in to see what it is we're looking for with scholarships. So we know that it can be a little bit daunting for a student, especially if you're applying for school in a different country. So what are we looking for? What do we need? When should it be sent? What should I expect? And those are the kinds of things that we're going to cover. So we're hoping to do an hour session in January, and we'll certainly send out information as the date gets closer. But this is basically a save the date. And we'll have all that posted on our website and send out to students as well. And here's a timeline just for students to use as a reference. So we have already passed by our deadline for students to apply for January. January is a bit more of a limited intake here. So we only offer the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, and the Bachelor of Business in January. Those applications are now closed. We are now open for September 2022 admissions. I mentioned scholarships. So the deadline to apply for major scholarships is March 1st. And then the deadline to pay your confirmation fee so that you are guaranteed a spot in residence, that is May 15th. And then our application deadline for September 2022 is May 30th. And then you're going to want to pay your residence deposit. So that's to confirm that you're living on campus, and that's a $400 Canadian fee. And that needs to be paid by June 1st. And then in August, we're going to have all of our international students arrive late in August for orientation. So I always like to show a few different pictures here of, oops, sorry, I'll go back there. If I can. There we go. So this is this shiny gold X-ring we have here is called the X-ring. This is a really symbolic ring here at St. FX. So every year on December 3rd, our senior students receive their X-ring. It's a very intimate ceremony. We do it in the afternoon. It's only for students, so parents are not eligible to come into the room for the event, but they're able to live stream watch it. But students get, it's interesting because it's a class ring, and class rings are not as common as they used to be once before, but at St. FX, they're certainly very, very popular. And our students, about 99% of our class will get X rings. So when our students are in their senior year on December 3rd, which is the Feast of St. Francis, they all get their X ring. And this is a really special event because it really connects all of the students together. And each ring really means something different to each student because it represents the different journey that really brought them to that point, and where it's going to bring them moving forward outside of the university and outside of their academic experience. So this is just a shot of X rings around the world right now. So we have people, literally people all over the world, and it's an instant symbol of where they went to school. If students are traveling and they see somebody else with the same ring on, it's really neat because it's an instant conversation starter. So when you graduate, you do get one. I don't know if you can see mine, but I have one as well. And I have met people along my travels who have also had one, and it's been really incredible to get to know people who have gone to school at the same institution as you, learning about what they took, where they lived, all that kind of stuff. It's a pretty exciting thing. So just to finish up here, sorry. A few things that I really like to leave people with when it comes to St. FX are three things. So if you can remember three things, these are the three to remember. Here's where we excel at St. FX. So we're personalized, we're a small school, we're focused on you. Our classes are taught by internationally recognized professors. So it's really all about you in the classroom. So it's very personalized. It's engaging. It's a safe and welcoming community, very socially engaged campus. Students really have the opportunity to realize their potential, lots of leadership opportunities for both our leaders who are ready to shout from the rooftop, but also our leaders who are quiet leaders as well. So very, very engaging campus. And we're professional. So work integrated and applied learning opportunities. You can do research. We are giving students the skills that employers are looking for. And you also have opportunities to learn outside the classroom. So personalized, engaging, and professional are three really, really key things about St. FX to remember. And that's all for me. And if you want to connect with me, I have all the information here. So my email's here. I have the link to apply. I also have a link to the virtual tour as well, because I know it's not it's not an easy trip to come see the campus for yourself, but the campus tour does a really good job virtually of showing you what the campus is all about and seeing if it's a good fit for you. And any questions regarding international affairs, you can certainly email our international office as well. And that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brittany. That
You're
was very
welcome.
thorough. You went through everything very nice.
Perfect.
Does anyone have any questions, or would anyone like to speak? You can put your hands up if you'd like to speak, and you could put your questions in the chat box if you have any.
Here, and I'll stop sharing my screen here a second. Back.
Okay, I got a direct message asking about masters. I remember you said it's a predominantly undergraduate university. So they were asking, does that mean they don't have any options for masters or any postgraduate?
We do actually have some options. We are primarily undergraduate, so we are going to be focusing on that aspect. But a few notable post-grad programs would be our Masters of Applied Computer Science. So that is a course-based master's program here at St. FX. So all in-person learning, but it's through our computer science department. So that would be one program, and there's opportunity for co-op in that program as well. And then the other option would be our post-baccalaureate diploma programs. So we have two of them. One is in artificial intelligence, which would be through our computer science department. And the other would be enterprise IT management, which would be through our Bachelor of Business Admin program. The IT management program has a co-op option too. It's for both of those master's program and the IT management, it's a 4-month, 1 semester co-op option.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So any questions, anyone? Who would like to speak or say anything, especially those who are just coming in? Do you have any questions, anything you'd like to say, anything you'd like Brittany to run through again?
Yeah, or if there's any programs that you're wondering, admission requirements about, or any particular scales that you're wondering what the minimum requirements are, anything like that.
Okay, I have a question. Hi, I'm Julius from Ghana, and I'm interested in studying a PhD in nursing.
So we don't have that here at St. FX, unfortunately. We would offer we do a couple of different versions of Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. So we do a 4-year and we do a 2-year accelerated option, but we don't have a PhD.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Thank you greatly. Let me just look through. If anyone would like to speak, you could put your hand. Okay. Olale has his hand up. So Olale, you can speak. Okay, he put his hand. Okay, maybe he doesn't want to speak anymore.
That's
But he had
quite
his hand.
okay.
Okay, he said, "Hi, I am Olaleye. I want to study master in agricultural economics."
Okay, so that wouldn't necessarily be a program that we would offer here. Unfortunately, we don't have a master in agricultural economics. The 3 post-grad programs would primarily be the options available. A couple of other limited options with like a master in computer science, not course-based, but a master of computer science, biology, chemistry, earth science. That would be it.
Okay, thank you. Let me just look through to see if anyone has their hand up. Any questions? Well, doesn't seem like there's any questions.
That's all right. That means I covered everything, right?
You were very thorough.
Thanks.
Any more questions?
I'm just gonna leave my, would you like me to leave my email in the chat, or would it be preferred that they connect directly with you, or?
Yes, I think that would be.
Sure.
You can put your email, and then we put ours as well.
Perfect. There, I'll just put it there in case anybody's looking for it.
Yeah.
I think most of us are interested in graduate programs. Yeah, so if you are interested, you can certainly take a look at the ones I mentioned. And I can leave one of our, I will put in a couple of links for post-baccalaureate and the Master of Applied Computer Science for you to take a look.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, let me just get the links here.
It's fine. If you'd like to apply to St. Francis Xavier University, you can send your documents to us via info@newbieeducation.com, and we will apply on your behalf for free. It's a really good university with fantastic scholarships. The scholarships are really good.
Yeah, we have within the Bachelor of Business Admin program, we have one scholarship that's $80,000. So it's $20,000 a year, and an international student is currently holding that scholarship, which is really fantastic.
That's really, really good.
I'm just gonna click the links here for our AI program as well. Bear with me, my internet's a little bit, slow.
Yeah, we understand. Well, people are just coming in.
And then this is for the AI program and the enterprise program. I'll put in there as well, just in case there's any interest there.
All right, thank you. Someone is asking about the scholarships again. He said, which one is the scholarship, Ma?
All right. So most of our scholarships are for the undergraduate programs. So if you're coming in as a basically directly from high school, that is those scholarship opportunities would be most applicable to you. But they range in value. So I actually there's anything from we have an international scholarship for 24,000, which is 6,000 per year. We have a lot through our Bachelor of Business Admin program, and I might actually be able to bring this up here and show you. All right, scholarships. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here our scholarship page. But basically for new students, we have a link here for more information. And this is the National Entrance Scholarship Program. So this is a breakdown of those 3 entrance scholarships I mentioned. And then our major and application-based scholarships. And we have a kind of a tab menu here on the website where you can click international, and you can see all of the different scholarships that are available. Some of them are maybe open to in certain locations, but most of them are open for all, both domestic and international citizens. So there's an alumni scholarship, there's a Bachelor of Business Admin, there's lots of these Schwartz School of Business scholarships. Those are all within the Bachelor of Business Admin. We have a Scotiabank entrance scholarship and a resident scholarship as well. So there's a few different ones here on the website. Just to give you an idea, these are all applicable for international students, this whole list here. So I will put this link in for you as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that was very helpful.
Good, that's perfect.
So does anyone still want to speak or ask any questions, anything? Although you did cover a lot, you covered everything.
I know. Sometimes I cover a little too much. We get so used to chatting about the university that we go into detail about everything.
Yeah,
Hopefully I didn't bore
very...
anyone too much.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Good.
This was fantastic. It was a fantastic presentation.
Thank you.
I think maybe we should bring the session to a close if no one has any questions or no one has anything to say, then I think we can close. And thank you so much, Brittany, for coming. This was fantastic and lovely to meet you.
Yeah, it was lovely to meet you as well. And thank you so much for making this happen for us. I think it was a really great session.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Someone asked, please, I checked the school's website and it looks as if they offer only business. Am I right? I did engineering. I want to know if I can do an MSc there.
Okay, so it's not just business. It's a little bit of everything. So art, science, and business. Engineering is a 2-year diploma program here. So we don't offer a master's program. So you'd be doing 2 years and then you'd get your diploma in engineering. And then if you wanted to do your degree, you would do it through Dal, but I can see that you've already done engineering and you're looking for the master's. So that would not be an option here at St. FX, unfortunately, sorry. Do you offer nursing? Yes, we do offer nursing.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The person that wants to do engineering can see Alberta tomorrow, University of Alberta tomorrow.
I think it's 2 p.m. Let me check the time. Yeah, 2 p.m. for us.
Perfect. And then I can speak just a little bit about the nursing program here. So it's a 4-year undergraduate program. You would need to have English, math, biology, chemistry, and one other grade 12 or equivalent academic course. That could be anything like a language or a course like that, history, anything. And we're looking for an academic average as well as a Casper test, it's called. So Casper is an online assessment tool, and it is basically kind of like an aptitude test. So students would submit their application to St. FX. Then they would ensure all their supporting documents are submitted. They would do the Casper test online, and it's really important that students take a look at when those Casper tests are available, because they're only available during certain times of the year, and we don't have a redo if all of the tests have been completed. So the next available Casper test is in November, I think the 4th, and I believe there might be one more in December or January. So it's important to make sure you have that, because if you don't get your Casper test in, you won't be considered for nursing. But it is available for international students. We don't have any spots that are reserved specifically for international students. If you're qualified and you've met the requirements, then you'll be considered just like any other student who applies to the university. So nursing is definitely an option. It's one of our more competitive programs, but my email's in the chat. So if you want to go over a little bit more about nursing, feel free to email any of us, either myself or Candy, through you too.
I think the same person asked, I have a BSc in microbiology. Is it possible to get a direct entry into the program, or would I have to do another bachelor's degree all over again?
Oh,
This is
okay. For
the same
nursing?
person. Yes, it's the same person.
Okay. So if you were coming in as a transfer, is how I would view that. You would probably you'd come in as maybe a second year student, because our first year nursing is all science level courses. And then once you start your second year, that's when you start to get into the nursing specific courses. And then your 4th year is clinical. So you may be able to get a year of transfer credits in the first year, but you'd still be doing a 3-year degree with nursing, because the courses are so structured in nursing.
Okay. Someone asked, is there any advice for someone looking to pursue a second bachelor's degree?
Okay, so you've already got a degree and you're looking to pursue another one. Any student who is in that situation would be applying as a transfer student, and students who apply from another institution are assessed for transfer credits. So for example, if a student has a degree and applied to St. FX, then they would be eligible for up to 60 credits or 2 full years of study. So as a policy, all of our students who come to St. FX have to do 2 full years of study to graduate. But depending on the degree that you choose, you may be eligible for up to 60 credits of transfer. And that will also depend on the institution that you're coming from. So it would have to be an accredited institution where we would review the transfer credits and the program you apply to.
Okay. Any more questions? Let me look through.
These are great questions. Thanks.
Right. Does anyone want to raise their hand so they can speak or ask any more questions? Because I know there's some people coming in like a bit late. So if you came late, you can raise up your hand to speak, or you could put your questions in the chat box. If you'd like Brittany to go through anything again. Okay. If there are any questions and no one wants to speak, then maybe we should bring the session to a close again. Brittany, are you there? I don't
Yes,
think I
I'm
can-
here. Yep.
Okay. I stopped seeing you.
Nope, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Once again, thank you for a lovely session and a lovely presentation.
Thank you very much for having me. This was fantastic, and hopefully we can do it again soon.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.